So here, look at some of these conditions for building trust, quote unquote, building trust. Formation of a professional army and not appointing foreign fighters in sensitive leadership positions. So what this means is this is what America does for all of the countries in the Middle East that it has these full economic normalization with, is they build a military base. And that's really what this means, because if you have a professional army means an army that's been trained by the United States. And to train an army, the US has to set up a base in your country that will house the personnel and the equipment that are going to do the training. So once that base is set up to do that training, that's a permanent base. That's a permanent base that is just accepted. Like, this is the accepted army base within our country. And this is part of the security agreement that we have with the United States. So this is the first condition. If Syria wants the U.S. to lift these sanctions, they need to have a fully normalized base operating within their country, military base within their country. And of course, when you have a U.S. military base in your country and you have all these military personnel, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 military personnel in your country, a lot of them are going to be CIA. They're going to be intelligence assets. They're going to be monitoring your governmental officials. They're going to be monitoring different parties and factions within the country to make sure that there is nothing happening in your country that goes against U.S. and by extension Israeli interests. This is what it means to be occupied. And all of the Muslim countries, almost all of them in the world, are occupied by the US because there's literally a military base that operates from within that country and uses force or the threat of force to control the governments of these countries. That's the situation that we're dealing with. Syria is now, this is the condition. And you can't have foreign fighters. What do you think that means? That means your military is going to be controlled by the United States. Your military is going to be controlled by the only reason that you have your own professional army is not so that you can go liberate Jerusalem, not so that you can fight for Muslims, not so that you can secure Muslim interests militarily. No, this professional army is like a militia for the United States, like a brown militia for the United States. And to make sure that there's no group in your country that's going to organize and rebel or try to take power or try to fight Israel or oppose Israel or any other allies that we have.